Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Coming Out on Top. So, let's jump right back in. Graham walks over to you. Give me that bag. You step backwards. Edwina, call the campus security and tell them to get over here. If you ever want to work in science again, do it now. Don't listen to him, Edwina! You open the bag and snap some photos of the mice with your phone. Back off. We've got witnesses and evidence. So drop the investigation on Professor Davies. You can start fresh with a new project, and we'll never speak of this again. Edwina looks conflicted as she brings out her phone. And write Edwina a nice recommendation for a new advisor, Graham. Edwina puts her phone away. Do we have a deal? Graham glares at you. Obviously, he's not used to being ordered around by anybody, much less two undergrads. You're getting a great opportunity here, you know, considering you were about to ruin Alex's reputation. You could even work on something else. And not make shit up this time. You presumptuous little twats. Graham storms out of the room. I can't believe he wanted me to exterminate 12, 23, 24, 28, 41, and Hammurabi Joe. They're all so cute. Whew. After all that, you finally got some downtime this weekend. In terms of your studies, you're kicking ass. Great. You've been feeling pretty distant from Penny lately. You and Ian are annoyed at each other these days, and finally you got $260 in savings. What will you do with your extra time this weekend? You know what? I think we gotta be cool with Penny. So let's take her to dinner at the New Tempura Fondue place. You arrive at the restaurant, batter all the things, and the place is packed. A huge O-shaped circle encircles a giant tempura fountain that is shared by all. Every couple of seats sit deep fryers built into the table. After a seemingly endless wait spent lustily longing after the smell of deep-fried tempura, you find a couple seats. Excuse me, the waitress takes your order. Penny has the Orland Special, which is actual otter meat. You opt for the reasonably priced grab bag, which turns out to be a paper bag full of various meat scraps, veg trimmings, and chunks of unknown substance. You ask what the heck all this mess is. Your waitress blows a bubble with her gum before answering, it's local, organic, sustainable, fair trade, non-GMO, and carbon neutral. Don't you care about any of that stuff? Yes, you answer quickly, almost automatically, before resigning yourself to the least pleasant-looking meal you've ever had. At least Penny seems to be enjoying her otters. Your relationship has improved with Penny. Yeah, Monday. It seems like it takes forever before your next anatomy lecture rolls around. The class waits. The mood is heavy, tense. The top of the hour approaches and still no Alex. You start to feel edgy in your seat. The class begins to grow restless. Maybe Graham renegade and decided to pursue the investigation? Oh wait, not renegade. Whoops. Whatever. Maybe the administration chose to pursue the case anyways. Maybe Alex agreed to leave before anything was set in motion. Your mind churns with the possibilities. Good morning, class. Sorry for my absence last lecture. I just want to say thank you for hanging in there. Let's catch up a bit. We are definitely not going to skip the endoctrin system today. His eyes scan the class, twinkling. They meet yours for a second and he smiles warmly. Alex is witty, charming, and relaxed throughout the lecture. He's like his old self once again. The lecture ends. As you exit, you wonder if you should go talk to him. Phil, can we talk for a minute? You turn around. trying to wipe the stupid grin off your face.
The investigation's been called off.
That's fantastic!
I don't know what the circumstances were, but it's been such a relief.
Oh, I would think so.
In any case, the rumor mill's exploded around here. There's a lot of gossiping as to why the investigation was called in the first place. I feel like I should lay low. Meaning, I don't think it would be helpful for the two of us to be mentioning any of this.
Oh.
Anyway, you looked like you were about to tell me something.
It was nothing. Forget it. Congrats on having the hearing dropped.
It's a huge relief.
Alex looks like he wants to say something else, but he hesitates.
I'll catch you next week. I hope you're ready for your final.
You okay? You don't look so good.
Penny, you ever feel like you've been dumped even though you weren't in a relationship to begin with?
Whew, you finally got some downtime this week. Whoa, that was fast. In terms of your studies, you're kicking ass. You've been feeling pretty distant from Penny lately, and you and Ian are annoyed with each other these days. Got $110 in $210 in savings. What will you do with your extra time? You know what? Let's tutor for some extra cash. Made $160. We now have $370. The semester continues at an alarming pace. You and Alex don't speak again. You take the opportunity to focus on schoolwork. You do have to graduate after all. It's like nothing ever happened between you. Almost like you imagined the entire thing, making you feel stupid. Like an 8th grader with a crush. It was never anything real. You tell yourself to forget it. After all, you're too busy with schoolwork, and of course, the ultimate question. What you'll be doing after you graduate? As finals approach, you start to wonder whether you're just good at burying your emotions, or if you're actually forgetting him. Is there really any difference?
Okay, class, you've got 90 minutes to finish your final. It will be 30% of your final grade. I'll email you your final scores early next week. Good luck.
He passes out the exams. You studied like heck for this. You ripped through the exam in an hour. The first one to finish, you walk up to his desk.
Wow, I'm wondering if I should have made the questions harder.
I studied my ass off. You say it more brusquely than you mean to say it. You know Alex was joking, but you feel defensive and a little angry. His look softens.
I know you did, Phil. I was teasing you.
Your gaze meets his. He looks uncomfortable, on the verge of saying something. But he stops, takes your exam, and smiles.
Thank you.
With nothing left to say, you leave. Saturday. You spend the weekend cramming for your finals. 1 week later, you finish up your other exams. You're fairly sure you aced them all. In any case, the graduation ceremony takes place later this weekend, and your parents are making the trip in to watch you walk. Shortly afterwards, you'll be moving out of your apartment. Everything seems like it's moving at a blinding pace. Holy shit! I did it! I'm done. Tonight, you, Ian, and Penny decide to celebrate graduation by hitting the bars on College Row. It's become a ritual for the three of you at the end of the semester. Alas, this will be the final time. As the sky darkens, the air feels electric. The bars, clubs, and pool halls bustle with celebrating students.
Wow, can you believe it?
What a crazy semester, right?
Especially for you, dude.
He's right. It truly has been an unforgettable semester.
I'm sorry about Alex. It's not cool he never thanked you for your help.
I bet he still doesn't know the real story. Maybe you should go and tell him, Phil. Forget it. I'm over it, guys. It's nice to be done with school. Sorry. Is that your phone, Phil?
I think somebody's messaging you.
You look at your phone. It's Alex. Your heart stops as you open the email.
Hi, Phil. Just letting you know you got an A on your final exam and an A in the class. Well done. It was a pleasure having you as a student.
So formal. You put your phone away. Who is it, dude? Alex just emailed me my grade. You smile faintly, struggling to seem cheerful. I guess I did all right. Well, aren't you gonna message him back? What do you mean? He sent me my grade. He sent everyone their grades. End of communication. If he wanted to say anything else to me, he would have. Dude, you've graduated. You're done. What have you got to lose? You look at Penny. For somebody who insists he's over it, you sure seem like it's eating away at you. You hold your phone in your hand. Do you text him? Yes. You need closure. Fine. You went to text him a 15-page dissertation of on everything that's going on in your head. You type a quick email, vague and polite. Professor, it'd be nice to talk to you about stuff before I leave Orlin, though I understand if you can't. Within seconds, you get his response. I thought you'd never ask. Let me guess. It isn't over yet. Your heart starts pounding in your ribcage. He wants to see me. So, tell him where you are. You mean right now? Look, Phil, we're going to do the bar crawl. Go take care of it. We know for a fact you won't pay attention to anything that happens because all you'll do is think about Alex. Catch up with us later, okay? They grin at you with knowing smiles before disappearing into the nearest bar. Fingers trembling, you text Alex your location on College Row. He agrees to meet with you. You take a deep breath and wait. Your stomach feels like it's tied itself in knots. You pace a little bit, check the time on your phone, pace a little more, then check the time again. The crowd around you is growing louder. The bars are becoming increasingly packed. And all you can think about is how isolated you feel. Drunken louts jostle into you as you strain to locate Alex's form. Phil! Alex stands, smiling at you. I was hoping to talk somewhere quiet, but... The two of you glance at the nearby bars. The chance of elbowing your way inside one, packed as they are with partying grads, seems slim to none. I don't think we can get into any of these places anyway. Maybe if we... Oof! Your words are cut short by 200 pounds of intebrated fraternity flesh stumbling into you. Watch where you're standing! Alex immediately claps the frat guy on the shoulder, spinning him around so they stand face to face. Huh. Imagine seeing you here, Louis. Hey, Professor Davies! Oh, whoops. He high-fives Alex and drapes his arm around him in a drunken hug. Alex pats his shoulder, then shoves him off to send him on his merry drunken way. Okay, chatting with you here is a bit of a challenge. The green's right over there. How about we go for a walk? The green is a small park right beside College Row. You glance at it, empty, quiet, and it seems relatively lout-free. The din in the streets begins to recede. You feel vulnerable in the quiet of the night, as if the earlier noise and clamor served as a layer of protection. Even at this hour, the spring air is warm. It feels nice against your bare skin. Where do I start, Phil? There's a girl who came up to me 2 weeks ago. We're in the same department, but in 2 separate divisions, so we never interacted. I was surprised. I didn't know Graham had been her advisor. And of course, I was shocked when she told me what happened. You didn't need to do any of this. You weren't the one being threatened. You would have been kicked out of school. The administration would have done their best to keep your identity concealed. You stopped Graham from pursuing an investigation that was no threat to you. Why? I was being stalked. I needed to put a stop to that. I can't help but feel guilty about getting you wrapped up in this. Thankfully, it seems everything worked out well. After Edwina told me, I wanted to talk to you to thank you. I envisioned seeing you in class that weekend. I chickened out. Why? Because you didn't want to be seen with me? Because you were afraid of losing your job?
That was part of it. The other part was I didn't want to arouse suspicion. I've grown extremely attracted to you, Phil. So much so, it really took me by surprise. In fact, it scared the hell out of me. I used to think I had a lot of self-control. It's something I've been proud of throughout my life. I was scared about what would happen if we kept meeting outside of class. If you had wanted to do something, whatever it was, I don't think I could have refused. I had no idea. I needed to cut you off, not because I was worried about you, but because I was worried about me. I'm just really sorry I was so abrupt about it. Well, as the semester was winding down, I became convinced that you were no longer interested in me. I told myself I'd try to forget you, unless, of course, you made the first move. Thank you, Phil, for everything. In the meantime, as a gentleman and as your professor, I'll restrain myself. He extends his arm, holding it out for a handshake. But you're not my professor anymore. Grin. For a moment, neither of you speak. Just as you start to wonder if you said the wrong thing, he grasps you by the shoulders and pulls you towards him. Ooh, here we go. A boy! It's just a kiss. A sweet, tender kiss, and yet your knees nearly buckle underneath you. You lose yourself in the pleasure of his lips on yours. For the moment, you forget everything else. Ah. Congratulations. You, Phil Matthews, are ready to start the next chapter of your life. Yeah! You graduate with honors, landing your first job at a cutting-edge tech company. It's in a field you're passionate about, and you'll be earning quite a bit of money. You're ecstatic all your hard work's paid off. 2 years later. The chances of anything happening between you and Alex are slim. You're starting your career and he's climbing towards the top of his. Still, the two of you click so well you visit each other on weekends and holidays. Eventually, after 2 years of working in the city, your company gives you an option to relocate in a city neighboring Orland. You accept without hesitation. You move in together. Aww! The man you met the night you came out to your friends is still here by your side. Oh gosh, that butt. Not only is he a kind and affectionate boyfriend, but his in-depth knowledge of anatomy is a very nice perk. His one adorable flaw is that he insists on practicing his lectures with you. You don't mind. The hands-on demonstrations are worth it. Damn. Aw, cat. And although you're worried about your... about your comparative lack of life experience, Alex reassures you that he values the fresh, creative way you tackle problems. It's gratifying to always feel like you're part of a team. The end. My goodness. That is one creative way to solve the problem of giving the cat a bath. But, so, that is all for Alex's route. Yeah. So, next time we will go on to somebody else. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!